back to our Design Your Dream Wedding Dress workshop. We hosted it live at wedding fairs last year, and thanks to popular demand decided to expand it to a wider audience. We are looking at the process behind making a bespoke wedding dress just perfect for you and how to make sure that you dress for your shape. There are 5 lessons released every Monday via our IGTV and a blog post accompanying every video. The outline of the course is as follows. Week 1, which was last week, we looked at what is bespoke and is it for you. Week 2 today, we will talk about shaping, how to identify your shape and make sure you select a design which flatters you the best. Week 3, we will talk about sketching. We're going to have fun together. Let's put all these ideas now on paper. In week 4, we will look at sampling, making sure that we select the best fabric for the design that you have selected. And in week 5, we will see how accessorizing can put the finishing touch to the overall bridal look that you have selected. There are 5 lessons that we are releasing every Monday. This allows you to go back and watch it at leisure, to read the blog post going alongside it, and to send us any questions that you might have, as we are saving them all for a final video at the end of the course. We're going to have fun and we're going to learn at the same time, and at the end of the course you will have a better idea in mind of what wedding dress design will suit you best. So let's have fun today with our second lesson. Shaping. This is the most important part of the process, as we are all unique. Have you ever had this situation where you completely fall in love with a dress online? You finally find a stockist, you gather your cheerleaders all excited, looking forward to trying it on with your besties, and you come out of the fitting room and it just does not blow you away. Why is that? The fabric is perfect, the cut is exquisite, the embellishment is to die for, but it just doesn't have the same wow factor. And that is because, as stunning as all those aspects might be, if they are not in proportion to fit your body, it's not going to have the same impact. So this is one thing that Off the Peg doesn't always allow you to do. How do you find out what is your shape and what suits you best? Even though we are all unique, here are a few of the main shapes that we commonly see. Please take a few minutes to try and identify your own shape using the illustration on your screen right now. Take all your time, because it will be available for you to go back and refer to on our blog also. I would normally recommend standing in front of the mirror wearing something quite fitted, and it doesn't matter whether you're a size 6 or a size 26, it's all about proportion. So if you are at home with your mum and your sisters, why don't you get them involved too, and you can have a bit of fun doing that together. And normally at this point I will use my glamorous assistant as a mannequin, as a model to illustrate this, but as we are in lockdown, we're going to have to use my mannequin, Berta. Meet Berta, everyone. She's going to be our mannequin for today. So using the information that you have available in the blog, I want you to try and determine what sort of shape Berta is. I would normally recommend doing that for yourself, standing in front of the mirror wearing something quite fitted. You might want to use a measuring tape or a ruler like this. Why not get your sisters and mums involved if you're all in lockdown together, and let's just have a little bit of fun with this. What shape would you say Berta is? You can measure in those different ways. So using the measuring tape, you could have a look at the width of the shoulders and the width of the hips. You could also use a ruler, which you put like this, and you can see that the ruler is forming a straight line from the hips to the shoulder with a very defined waist that we see here. Have you identified the shape of Berta? Yes, she is a lucky lady to be an hourglass figure. Me on the other side, if I was to do this for me, if I was to put the ruler straight to my hips, going straight up, you can see there's a gap here between my shoulder and the ruler. So my shoulders are narrower than my hips. Waist not quite as defined as I'd like it to be. So yes, I am a pear. So let's go through the main shapes together. We will start with the diamond shape, which is the type of figure which normally has a waist higher than the apple, broader hips than shoulders, not very defined waist. Gorgeous celebrities that are diamond shaped are, for example, Kate Winslet. The hourglass figure is what us girls all dream of. Example, narrow, defined waist, and shoulders and hips have a similar width. We right away think of the iconic Marilyn Monroe and Liz Taylor, so many more. If Mother Nature didn't gift us with these idyllic proportions, fear not, there are ways around it to create an optical illusion of hourglass figure, even though we might not have been born with it. This is just a taster today. More information is available on the blog post, so please, please, please go and refer to it. It will tell you a lot more. Apple-shaped girls have rounded shoulders. Waist and hips have a similar width, but boy oh boy do they have legs to die for. Examples of celebrities that are apple-shaped, we think of the stunning Catherine Zeta-Jones and Amy Schumer. The rectangle shape tend to be quite slim, not a very defined waist and a very similar width of shoulders and hips. Celebrities like Natalie Portman are both petite and rectangle, and other celebrities that we can mention are Cameron Diaz and Gwen Stefani. Us pairs are in very good company with the likes of JLo, Beyonce, and the queen of pairs, Kim K herself. Hips are wider than the shoulders with a defined waist. I wonder now how many of you are thinking, really? I thought they were hourglass figures. Ha ha ha. This is because they know how to apply the same principles of the bodycon dress to the way they style their outfits. More in the blog. The inverted triangle is also known as the athletic shape. These figures have broader shoulders than hips, full bust and a slim waist. Examples of such figures is the supermodel Cindy Crawford with our beloved Bridget and Kelly Clarkson. Finally, the triangle, which is very similar to the pair in that it has wider hips than shoulders with a smaller bust and waist. Examples of such are Eva Longoria and our gorgeous Riri. So ladies, have you identified your shape yet? What do you think would suit your own unique figure the best? This is just a taster. Rest assured that we would spend a lot more time on this stage of the process during our first consultation. The toile, as we discussed also last week, would help you to get a better visualization of the proportions and shape that flatter you the most. So this week I have homework for you all. I want you to please go to my website www.delphinecouture.com and refer to the blog post going alongside this lesson, because it contains more material which you are going to need for next week. It has illustrations of all the shapes and figures that we've discussed today, with examples of what type of dresses suits each figure the best. We are also posting a downloadable version of all those templates corresponding to the different silhouettes that we've discussed today. So please download a copy that corresponds to your own body shape, because we are going to need it next week for our sketching lesson. We are also putting on the blog examples of the different necklines, dress silhouettes, sleeves and so forth, so that you can get creative and have more inspiration and ideas on what sort of combination you would put together to design your own dream wedding dress. So have a glass of bubbly, think about it, print the relevant template for your figure, and next week we will get sketching together. As usual, if you have any further questions after reading the blog, please feel free to mention them in the comment section below. We are saving them all for the final Q&A at the end of the course. I really hope you have enjoyed today. Please have a good week. Have fun with all the material that we are giving you all for free. And I look forward to seeing you next week for our sketching lesson together. In the meantime, mwah.